Man, I actually really love like the week after we review a new movie. Look, we thought Supergirl was okay. Like, I think I gave it like a 7.2.
You gave it a 7.2.
7.2.
Yeah, I gave it a 7. Kay gave it a 7.5, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, we thought it was okay, and I still think it's okay. But I really love that we were able to get that review out before anybody really saw the movie, because it makes it so that the scores aren't tainted, right? Yeah. And that's why we always try to go and see stuff like as early as possible. I try to avoid looking at stuff on the internet and like trying to see what other people thought of the movie, because you're going to get our raw, unfiltered thoughts with these reviews. And I like that they're not influenced by the like cultural zeitgeist. I think a lot of people are being very hard on that movie.
Overly hard.
Yeah. Blue Chew Gold hard,
Boy, that's super hard.
We must.
What I hear.
We're the only podcast without a Blue Chew sponsorship, so
I mean we can fix that.
If you guys are listening, we'll record an ad for you like right now. I mean,
absolutely.
Just hit us up. Let me get the notification in the bank.
Listen, nerds love fucking, so I don't see why we can't make that happen.
That's right. Yeah. Who they really should probably be sponsoring is like FurCon or one of those places.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't want to be there when it happens. That's nightmare fuel, but if they're just trying to make money.
So back to Supergirl.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought this up, man, because I don't know if you've seen like any discourse surrounding our Supergirl review, but it's been interesting. I've caught some of it, and then some of it I just had to kind of zone out some.
I looked at some of it. Some people thought that we were too hard on the movie.
Yeah. Which I think is a hilarious take.
Yeah, they were like, there was one person I actually ended up responding to, because they were like, I want one of these two guys to tell me how these changes to her origin story affect anything. And I was like, one of these two guys here. And I'd like you to know that, the decision to not have her grow up on Krypton, like, hurts her character only. It's a needless change that there's no benefit to. And, like, don't get me wrong, I really love Millie here as Supergirl extensively. Like, from day one, I thought she was going to do a great job. I have realized every time I watch an episode of House of the Dragon that I just don't care about this show anymore, because and her not being there is kind of part of that. But they had no choice but to change the Rhaenyra casting. And honestly, I'm kind of happy for her that she doesn't have to go through what Rhaenyra is going through this season. I don't want to go into any spoilers, but it's not going to be a good season for your girl if you haven't been watching. I love her representation of the character and how she played the character, and I'm really excited that she's back for Man of Tomorrow, which is confirmed. It's the narrative choices in the script that really hurt the movie to me. Mm-hmm. And this need to kind of dumb down everything to these, lowest common denominator Hollywood tropes. And I think the reason that this movie has been so, like, obviously, yes, you have your dude bros who just don't want to see a female lead character in anything. Mm-hmm. We saw the backlash to the new God of War game that looks incredible.
Right.
But that's not the vast majority of what I'm seeing out there. People are just really tired of that, right? Of this Hollywood dumbing everything down and not having any kind of trust in the audience. And by them veering so far from the source material and harming the integrity of the characters, it's a lose-lose situation, right? The casuals never cared to begin with. And so the people who came out to support your movie, which is the people who are familiar with the source material, we also hated it.
Yeah. Like you said, it's a lose-lose, right? And again, not to be too harsh on the Supergirl movie, because we all thought it was good. It was fine.
Yeah.
It just wasn't great.
I'd watch it again.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing of it is that the reason why I think there are some people who are being overly critical of this movie, I think it's just kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back type scenario.
Yeah.
Where they're tired of getting superhero movies in 2026 that feel like they should have came out in 2012.
Yeah. Or 99.
Yeah. Or further back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just with the story beats sometimes with the Supergirl movie, that's kind of what it feels like. And we often talk about how if you're adapting a story, you need to understand what makes that story resonate with so many people, and that's the thing you need to focus on bringing over. You know, more than anything else, even more so than the aesthetic, the feel of that graphic novel, or the feel of that story needs to be present front and center in the adaptation. And with Supergirl, it comes close at certain moments, but then it backs all the way off in a lot of other moments. But to get back to something you were saying earlier, you mentioned just one of several commentators online who really didn't like what we had to say about the change in her origin story, about how it really does affect the character of Kara. It just does. And I'll dumb it down as simply as I can for those of you who don't understand why changing her origin is such a big deal in this regard. It's as simple as this. If Kara is not older than Kal, then she does not witness the destruction of Krypton. If she does not witness the destruction of Krypton, then that trauma that she has is still severe because she witnessed Argo City being destroyed in this movie.
Right.
But she's not witnessing the entire destruction of all of her culture, all of her people, of everything. She witnessed a portion of Krypton die, which is still a lot more than Kal-El witnessed, But at the end of the day, it's just an issue of they took away a portion of what makes her grieve so much. It would be different. Like it's like if the time that we live in right now got jettisoned into space and then it blew up and we escaped, oh, that would suck. But we know that there was a whole nother fucking planet that we came from.
Yeah.
In the realms of this movie, spoiler alert, I suppose, Kara doesn't have that.
Yeah. They had the nerve to put the classic line from the graphic novel in the trailer. Krypton didn't die in a day. The gods are not that kind.
Right.
Bitch, you weren't there.
You weren't even there.
You can't say some shit like that. You weren't even there.
She for sure heard that shit from like her mom or dad. Somebody dropped that cold ass line.
Right, yeah. I mean, this would be like, I'm going to get canceled for this, but this would be like your office building is 8 blocks from the World Trade Center and like a piece of debris landed outside. Yeah. And you're like, man, I was there. No.
You don't know what it was like.
Yeah, you don't know what it was like, man. It was awful. I mean, it's just...
We barely made it. Yeah.
It's just this level of kind of, it recontextualizes everything.
It
with
does.
her.
Yeah.
And it was needless. Like, there's not going to be... If you could explain to me how these changes are going to lead to some sort of payoff later, I would be right here with you. But this is never going to come up again.
Right.
Yeah,
it's never going to happen again, right? And honestly, like, one thing that I do really like about Woman of Tomorrow, the graphic novel, is how it doubles down on Kara's trauma from, the destruction of Krypton, because through her more thoroughly in Woman of Tomorrow, we get to see that, okay, she witnessed like the slow and then sudden impending doom of Krypton, but then there was a small sliver of hope because her and a small group of Kryptonians get to survive on the city, and then that gets destroyed.
Yeah.
Whereas this movie, like you said, it does just dumb it all the way down, and needlessly so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they thought it was appropriate to make that change, but if anything, man, I think it does recontextualize the character of Supergirl, but man, it also just kind of it brings her trauma down a little bit, and I think that this is one of those moments where like it needs to be what it is.
I also feel like, just on a more macro level, the one thing that I thought that Warner Brothers would have learned from the DCEU is let's not make every character edgy. And this movie feels more like it belongs in the DCEU than the DCU in a lot of cases. If you took Clark out of it, that's not a spoiler that he's in the movie. That's all the way out there. Plus, nobody's going to see this thing anyway, apparently.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I mean, if you took Clark, the DCU Clark out of it, I could completely see this being a DCEU movie. And, I'm not here to start back up the DCEU hate train, but I think audiences were very clear, both in reviews and at the box office, that they didn't care about this stuff. And if you look at all the things that are doing super well right now in Hollywood, like if you look at Obsession or Backrooms or some of these other places, and I talked about this last week, the One Piece adaptation. Mm-hmm. All of these things are made for people who are fans of this stuff, and that's it. Yep. And they're just making things for people that are fans of these things. They're not dumbing this stuff all the way down so that what Hollywood, a Hollywood executive's idea of a casual is, will come see it. Toy Story 5 probably is doing that. I haven't seen it. I don't know. But if I had to guess, knowing Disney, yeah, probably. Mm-hmm. But, a lot of what we've seen lately is like IP is just not an excuse for a bad script. We saw it with Supergirl. We saw it even more recently, or even a little further back than that, with Mando and Grogu. They can't just staple, the lowest common denominator script that they can churn out to an IP and then just hope that it works out.
At some point, man, we're going to have a hard discussion about James Gunn calling every script the most amazing thing he's ever seen.
Well, he called the Flash script that.
I know. But I think that we were both trying to give him a pass for that. Like, well, it was already being made and out there. He was just trying to play damage control. He didn't really mean it. And again, I'm not saying that the Supergirl movie is that.
No.
But I am saying that it is a far cry from one of the greatest scripts that James Gunn has ever seen.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
James Gunn is completely out of credit with me. Like, am I excited for Man of Tomorrow? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But am I cautiously optimistic now as opposed to just purely optimistic from like a month ago? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we don't know exactly how hands-on he was with the Supergirl movie, right?
That's true, but like that's his fault too.
It is.
If he was hands off on it, Mm-hmm. We say it's not going to come up again. It'd be hilarious if in like Man of Tomorrow, one of the plot points is like Brainiac's like, oh, a Kryptonian I always wanted one for my collection. And then it turns out he's like, man, this bitch isn't even from Krypton.
I mean, oh shit, if you think about it,
Clark is, but she's not.
Yeah, you can make an argument that Clark is more Kryptonian.
Yeah, because Clark was born on Krypton, and Kara isn't in this universe. For those of you who are online complaining about what we had to say, do you see now? Do you see now?
Oh shit!
He was born there. She wasn't.
Yeah.
She's from a rock. He's from Krypton.
Yeah. Now, hopefully, she's just telling Clark a bunch of bullshit about how she was born there, and
she's the unreliable narrator here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh no. Well, anyway, shout out to Supergirl. Man, I am saddened to see that it is not performing well because I want this to perform well because I want the DCU to do well, but I mean, we just don't know. What will really be telling is Clayface. Clayface, on paper, would have a higher hill to climb than Supergirl.
Yeah, but I don't think it does, especially with how good horror is doing right now as a genre.
Yeah, but it's also going to depend on how they promote Clayface because, again, Clayface is a R-rated body horror, and typically, I'm not saying in 2026, but typically, horror movies and R-rated movies they're narrowing their window as to how many people are going to go see this thing.
Yeah.
Whereas with a PG-13, pretty well-known IP, that for the past 15 years is going to get you several $100 million typically.
Yeah, I bet the budget for Clayface isn't that crazy too.
Yeah, the budget isn't that crazy for Clayface.
And the budget for Supergirl, honestly, wasn't that crazy compared to other superhero movies. So it does have a smaller hill to climb, but man, it's not doing well.
Yeah, it's not climbing that hill too well.
And the bad reviews don't help it.
No, because word of mouth was going to be the savior for this movie. Like low numbers for week one is rough, but if it gets good word of mouth, it can build traction. Unfortunately, it wasn't a strong enough movie to build that kind of traction.
And they put Superman out on streaming so fast.
Yeah.
This movie's going to be on HBO Max in like 3 weeks, I feel like.
Bro, by the time we finish this episode...
I'm going to go home and it'll be there, yeah. Oh, man. Well, do you want to get into the main event for tonight?
I guess so, man. I was trying to delay this as long as I could, but I suppose we should get to the main event.
We're going to need some time for it, so go ahead and bring us in.
All right. Well, with that being said, homies one and all, welcome back to another very special, unique, and terrifying concept episode of the Superhero Homies podcast. My name is Quentin, and I have no idea what's going on. And as always, I'm here with the world's greatest co-host, question mark at the end. We'll see, the homie Caleb.
What's going on, everybody? And that is correct. He has no idea what's in store for him tonight whatsoever. I did not scheme this completely on my own. I had to get my work checked by a couple of different sources here because what I have decided to do for the episode tonight is a vast undertaking. I actually had some assistance from the homie Dylan and also from the homie Slinky, Mr. Jeremy Cruz himself. Yeah. Shout out to you.
What's up, Jeremy?
Had a little help from him as well. So what we're going to do tonight is this. We've done some episodes like this in the past, but Q here is going to run down. We're going to eliminate, by process of elimination, we are going to arrive at the greatest fight/action scene of any comics-based property. And now, when I started to make this list, I was like, holy shit, this is a massive, massive undertaking. We're going to do this bracket style. I had to narrow it down to 16. And one of the rules that I thought about for this bracket early on was that each property should only have one submission to the final 16. For us to narrow down 20-something years of these, incredible fight scenes and superhero movies and things like that into just 16, I felt like every property should just have like one representation here. And then I thought, how do I narrow that down, right, to get to the bracket? And then I thought, well, I'm not going to. You actually are going to do that too.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you're going to do that too. So what we're going to do to get started here, before we get into the bracket of 16, is we're going to do a lightning round of sorts.
Oh,
and
boy.
So every property that had multiple submissions, you're going to decide which one is going to go onto the bracket.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So for those of you guys following at home, he's going to have a selection of fight scenes, action scenes from, and this could be from movies, TV shows, animated or live action. I took it all in here, and we're going to determine the greatest action scene by process of elimination from Q here. It's all on your shoulders. Are you ready for the lightning round to begin?
Absolutely not.
All right. Well, that's all I needed to get started. Yeah, I got a graphic.
Okay.
Okay, so and also I want to add too that when I narrowed this down, these are random seeds. So I did not. I had Gemini random seed this for me. So I did not arrange the order that these are in for the bracket either.
Oh boy.
You ready? You suit up? You good?
Let's do it.
All right, this is the Joel Schumacher shot. This is where he, gets a shot of like your chest and then your ass,
and then my ass
and
again.
your new suit. You know. The very first property that you're going to have to eliminate down to just one scene to go into the bracket is Winter Soldier. Do you want the highway fight between Bucky and Cap, or the elevator fight scene?
Fuck. Okay.
Which one would you like to go into the bracket?
All right. Lightning round. So I'm gonna try to make this quick. Obviously, they're both fucking excellent scenes, in such an excellent movie. This hurts my heart, but I have to go with the highway scene.
Okay. I thought that you might, but the elevator scene is too good.
It is.
The things that didn't make it at all on this, I mean...
you could do a whole nother list, I'm sure.
I could do a second list in a heartbeat, honestly. There were so many difficult choices that I had to make just to get down to what I have here.
Right.
Okay. This next one is actually going to be Spider-Man movies. Ooh. So you have to choose one of these three to go into the bracket.
Fuck, okay.
Okay. No Way Home, Spider-Man versus Green Goblin.
All right.
Far From Home, Spider-Man versus Mysterio, the first fight. Or Spider-Man 2, the train fight with Doc Ock. I know, right? All three of those could have been on the bracket. All three of them.
Oh, shit. Okay, all right. So, we got the Peter and Goblin fight from No Way Home.
Yes.
We got the Peter and Mysterio fight from Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the Doc Ock and Peter fight from Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. And I could have definitely, put the, Spider-Verse, several Spider-Verse scenes in this if I wanted to, but
I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah, these three are like goated, so.
Shit. The problem is there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer, so there's no right answer.
That's right.
Man.
Spidey could have had half the bracket to himself.
He really could have. God damn. Okay. Lightning round Q. I'm going to go with my gut on this one. The Doc Ock fight is the most... I think that it's still currently the most iconic of them, maybe because of his age and just how long people have dwelled on how great that fight was, and it was ahead of its time. But I think on a... This is so tough, and there's no right...
We're not even into the main event yet. Not even into the bracket yet.
Yeah. You guys are going to be mad at me for this, because I know that majority of you are going to say the Doc Ock fight scene from Spider-Man 2. I'm actually going to go, believe it or not, with the Spider-Man and Mysterio fight, their first fight from Far From Home.
Oh, wow.
That is an underrated fight scene that does not get its due. People don't talk about that nearly as much as they should.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That was literally like a comic book come to life moment.
Was. Yeah.
It was incredible. Okay. This is also not going to be easy. These next two for the lightning round, only two this time, come from the BVS Ultimate Cut.
Oh boy!
Either the warehouse scene or Batman versus Superman.
I knew this shit was gonna happen too. I knew this shit was gonna happen. Okay.
Both of these could be on the bracket.
They absolutely could. You know what? This one I can reason with and make it a little bit easier on myself. I'm gonna go with the warehouse scene.
Okay.
I really enjoy the actual Batman versus Superman fight, but subconsciously you can't help but compare it to the Dark Knight graphic novel, Dark Knight Returns graphic novel. And when you look at the reasonings for their fighting, you realize that like the reasoning plays as much of an impact in the fight as the actual fighting does.
Yes.
And so like on that level, the warehouse scene for me is superior in BVS.
Yes. Absolutely. And because that's like one of the few times that we actually get to see Batman be a hero in the DCEU. Especially since the Snyder Cut's not canon, you know.
To me.
To them, it's not. To us, it's the only canon.
Right.
Okay. Avengers Endgame. Do you want Avengers versus Thanos and Friends at the end, the big fight? You know, I didn't know what to call that. So I went with Avengers versus Thanos and Friends. Or the Cap versus Cap scene.
Oh,
when it's the present Cap versus previous Cap.
Man, Endgame is filled with so many excellent moments, man, and like this one's tough, right? Because the Cap versus Cap thing is something that we're never gonna get again.
Yeah,
and they knew it at the time. I'm sure that the idea was this is Chris Evans' last outing.
Yeah,
again at the time.
They're like, let's just roll with it.
Yeah. But man, I gotta go with Avengers versus Thanos and Friends. I mean, it's one of the most epic moments of cinema history.
Agreed. It is iconic. Okay, you're gonna hate this. Next up on the lightning round is Invincible. We have Invincible versus Omni-Man from season 1. The first fight between Invincible and Conquest. And Thrag and the Viltrumites versus the Coalition. Good luck, buddy.
What the fuck?
All three of these could have been on here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all three of these could have been on the bracket.
What the fuck else is on the bracket? It's on the list.
Oh yeah. So anything that only had one, that I only picked one thing from, you haven't got to hear it. So,
I know. Yeah.
So yeah, there's some real good stuff on here.
This is insane. Okay. All right. All right. So Mark versus Omni-Man.
Uh-huh.
All right. We got Mark versus Conquest, and then the Coalition versus Thrag and the Viltrumites.
Yeah, this is the scene where they do the thing. Maybe is it too early to spoil that?
No.
All right, it's the scene where they blow up the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go with Mark versus Nolan in season 1. I think just the sheer shock of it all.
And these don't have memes, so
That's true. Surprisingly, not yet.
Okay, I'm gonna dance around it a little bit here. Arrow, the final battle with Deathstroke from season 2,
Yep.
or the first fight with Ra's al Ghul in season 3.
Ooh. I remember being really impressed with that Ra's al Ghul fight because at first I wasn't sure what to think of the guy that got to play Ra's al Ghul.
Agreed.
But no, they actually really pulled it out, man. They made a decent season of Batman with that.
They did. They did. At least a half season.
Yeah.
Half season of Batman.
While I stalled, did any of the Al Ghul girls try to fuck Oliver? I feel like they did, right?
Yeah, I think
Nissa.
Nissa definitely did.
Yeah, she definitely did, right? Yeah, they just wanted that show to be Batman so bad. I gotta go with the Deathstroke fight. I mean, Manu Bennett just absolutely killed it in that role, and I mean, again, that was another great season of Batman that they did there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing easy left on here, unfortunately.
What has been easy?
Yeah, that's true. None of them have been easy. Okay, well, these are awful. So actually, I'll tell you what. I'll hit you with the easiest thing I got left. Okay. Civil War.
Shit, I knew this.
Bucky and Steve versus Tony versus Iron Man, or the airport scene. That's the easiest thing I got left for you.
This is bullshit. So the Bucky and Steve versus Tony fight is so great. One, not just because it's so well choreographed and thought out, but also because to me that fight has more emotional stake behind it.
Yes.
Than the airport fight.
The airport fight was fan service, but we loved it.
Yeah, it was fan service. The comic book nerd in me really loves that fight scene because I mean, you look at the Civil War comic book and you think, how could they ever even remotely recreate something like that?
The people who made Marvel Rivals watched that and they were like, huh.
Yeah.
We should make this into a video game.
Yeah. But let's give everyone outrageous proportions.
Yeah. Yes.
This one is difficult, lemon difficult.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with the airport scene.
Okay. I told you that was the easiest thing I had left.
Boy, okay.
Okay. Infinity War. The Battle on Titan, or Scarlet Witch and the Vision versus Proxima Midnight and Corvus Clay.
Ooh, man. And see, like, the rough thing about this, right, is that I can't even go with, like, the team of heroes that win because they both lose.
Yeah. Yeah. They lose every fight just about it.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
The Avengers get mollywopped in Infinity War.
The best thing they get is like where Cap and them show up and they get a stalemate and they run.
Yeah, yeah. That was their victory.
Yeah.
And little did they know, he's just a souped up human.
Right, yeah. He's just some guy.
He was just cat was just oral farming like a motherfucker, and it did the trick.
He really was. They rolled up and they were like they could beat whoever was there, and they were like, "Hey man, we're out."
Yeah, this fucking android who can go through walls, and then this literal witch mutant. Now they ain't shit, but that guy.
Yeah, and then this guy showed up, and they were like, "Oh my god, thank God he's here." And we were like, "Oh, we're out."
Yeah, fuck this.
And Thanos is like, "I googled him. He's just some dude."
He's just some dude. Oh shit! That's like Darkseid's generals running away if Batman shows up. You know?
No, that actually makes complete sense.
As soon as I said that, I was like, "Well, that's a bad example."
Yeah, that's a bad example. Because like they'll call Darkseid on the phone, and he'll be like, "Batman is there.
Get the fuck out.
Give him what he wants."
Yeah.
Yeah. But sir, either get him what he wants, or this is the last time we're gonna have a conversation.
And I'm not threatening you. I'm just warning you.
Yeah. I'm just telling you that it's not gonna go well.
Oh shit. Okay. So we got Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive versus Vision and Wanda. Mm-hmm. That was a fun couples fight.
Yep.
And you said the other one was
the Battle on Titan. So the one where
with Tony, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Super Guardians.
The one where Thanos hits him with like a moon.
Yep. That was. I mean, fuck. I mean, what do you? How do you keep fighting after that? You know, even if you survive. Man, the couples fight doesn't get enough acknowledgement in Infinity War because it was so good. But you got to go with the fight on Titan.
Yeah.
You can't hit somebody with the moon and not win.
I think that's still to this day the best example of the Infinity Gauntlet's power we ever got to see.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, man. Well, I'm sure that you knew that this was coming. There's no way that I narrowed it down to just one Daredevil scene.
Shit.
So we have, and actually none of these are even from Born Again. We have Daredevil, the season 1 hallway fight. We have Daredevil, Punisher prison block fight, and then Daredevil versus Bullseye at the Bulletin.
Is it bad that a part of me was hoping that you would just leave out one of them?
Yeah, maybe he didn't think of that one.
Yeah, maybe he overlooked the hallway fight from season 1.
I mean, with Daredevil, I could have easily put 3 more on. I could have had 6, 7.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Unbeknownst, like people forget, there were multiple hallway fight scenes.
Yeah,
and they get more and more intricate. Technically, you know, like it's kind of insane what they did. That hallway fight scene from season 1, I think it was episode 2 of season 1. Early on, I mean, it just. I don't want to be so brazen as to say that it put the Daredevil show on the map, but it did. Like, that's all people were talking about 12 years ago.
Yes.
They were like, holy shit, have you seen this Daredevil fight scene? This shit is like Old Boy, but kicked up.
Yeah.
I mean, just a tremendous example of what Matt can do. And how often do you see heroes get exhausted when they're fighting?
Right.
And I mean, I just love that. Just the wear and tear and the grit. And then, like, just how it was shot. Like, the fact that there were some tricks, but, like, they didn't really get tricky until the later seasons just because of the budget, really.
Right.
I mean, you see moments where Matt would get knocked into the room, and that would be Charlie Cox who's getting knocked into the room. And then the stunt man would come out and do, like, some outrageous shit.
Yeah.
And Matt would get knocked back into the room, and then Charlie comes back out.
Yeah.
Just some really clever shit that they did for that fight scene.
It was brilliantly done, and
Yes.
it really, they came out the gate swinging, literally. You know, with that one.
You look at like the Punisher prison fight scene, and so many people make the mistake of thinking that, like, Frank needs to be armed to be dangerous.
He's just so much more dangerous.
Yeah. Frank, in and of himself, is a fucking lethal weapon. And, like, the thing about this is just, like, the story that's being told here. Every time that Frank is on the screen, there's a story being told. And I just love that.
Yes.
And then this thing is just so fucking brutal. Is like they were like, how gory are we allowed to make this?
Yeah. What's the limit?
And we're
gonna hit it.
We're gonna surpass it actually. I think that the Daredevil and Bullseye fight takes it though, because it has what makes both of those previous fight scenes so great encapsulated in one.
Yeah, the acting from both people in that one was incredible.
From the moment that Matt catches the skirmish stick that Bullseye throws,
yeah,
and Matt clearly can't see it, but he's seeing it with his hands.
Yes,
and he has this confused look on his face, and he goes, "Who are you?" And Bullseye just arrogantly says, "I'm Daredevil."
Yeah,
and like I mean, from the start of that to the very end of it, just pure fucking cinema.
The ability of Charlie Cox to emote,
yes,
where his face is almost entirely enclosed, his eyes are covered, the character he's playing is blind.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
right?
And so for his ability to the body acting and everything, the physical acting of all of it, and his ability to like contort his head and it changes facial expression of what little of the face we can see is just next level. And I honestly think that it's underrated.
Yes.
Just how incredibly good he is at that character.
Agreed. Fun side note, did you know that Charlie Cox auditioned to play Han Solo?
I did know that.
Okay. Yeah. According to Charlie, he said one reason he thinks he didn't get the role is because I think this was between between seasons of Daredevil,
right,
or either right after season 3, something like that. But he goes, I had a hard time looking at people because he was so accustomed to not looking,
to specifically not looking at people.
Yeah.
I bet that is tough. Yeah. Huh. Well, we have our 16.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
So before we get into the actual bracket here, and congratulations on some excellent work here in the lightning round.
Boy.
This was tough.
Yes.
Getting to what is on here was tough. There was a moment where I realized that a couple things. Number one, there's no Guardians on here. There was multiple scenes. None. There was multiple scenes from Guardians 3 that I wanted to put on here.
Yeah, holy shit.
There is no live action X-Men on here.
Really?
I had to eliminate some very difficult things.
What the fuck?
There's no Wanted on here. I mean, there was just so many different properties that I could have pulled from that had these incredible fight scenes. It's just Kingsman. I mean, Kingsman's not on here.
Oh shit!
And the church scene from that would have. I
yeah.
mean, that's such an incredible scene, but it's not here. There was so much that I had to take off. It's like you said, we could do this again. But we are down to our 16. We have our bracket now. Thank you, sir.
I'm terrified.
You should be. So in the very first place here, the very first battle of battles, Winter Soldier, the highway fight scene, which you selected yourself, versus Man of Steel, the final battle with Zod.
Wow. Okay. All right. We have Superman versus Zod in Man of Steel, or the highway fight scene in Winter Soldier between Bucky and Steve.
And these came out around the same time, oddly enough, within a year of each other.
Like a year.
Yeah.
A year within each other. That's crazy. Okay. It is so hard to think there's someone's car alarm going off outside. Like... Anywho, okay, so I know that the Man of Steel fight scene, it irks a lot of people because there's a lot of destruction in this. It's like a lot of destruction in this.
I think the fight itself is incredibly well done.
Oh yeah,
and that it overshadows it, right? Because
I think so too, right?
It's not Dragon Ball Z. They can't be like, let's go fight this uninhabited area.
Yeah, and even if Clark did say that, Zod would be like, fuck Why? No. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really love this fight scene, man, because like, how often is it that we get to see, two Kryptonians just go at it, like this? I mean, I know that a lot of you Superman hardcore. I'm a Superman fan. I'm a big time Superman fan, but a lot of you Superman purists look at Richard Donner's cut of Superman 2 like it is just, the end all be all of Superman media, and I get it, but we're gonna compare fight scenes here. Richard Donner's Superman 2 doesn't really have anything going on here, but I just bring that up though because like this Man of Steel fight scene is just so, I think, incredibly done, showing just the raw power of Kryptonian. Because like, whether Zack Snyder meant to do this or not, I'm going to give him credit for it, but you get to see Zod, this battle-hardened war general, who for the first time is experiencing like this overstimulation and oversaturation of power that he's never felt before.
Right.
And it comes out like not just physically, but like in his personality, like it changes him. And I really fucking love that. But with that being said, I don't think there's beating any of the raw emotions from the Steve and Bucky fight in Winter Soldier, that highway scene. It was just so well done, man. And I can't sing that movie's praises enough.
You going with Winter Soldier?
Yep.
Okay. All right. How you feeling after the first little part of the bracket here?
Dog, I haven't even recovered from the lightning round. So
I saw you pouring. Was it a little Douce in there? Mm-hmm. I saw you pouring it. I was like, that's probably good.
Yep. I had a feeling I would need it.
Okay, well, this next round is like two that you picked. So we have Far From Home, Spider-Man versus Mysterio 1 versus BVS, the warehouse fight scene.
Man, fuck you. Okay. Man, listen, this the Mysterio fight scene to me is so great because like you mentioned earlier, it is a comic book come to life. This is also great because it pushes Peter in a way that at this point he had never been pushed to before.
Right. It's
also great because we get to see Mysterio be full on Mysterio. Like no strings attached. It's not an Ultron pun. just no strings attached. He gets to be unabashedly the Mysterio that we all know from the comics, from the animated TV show. The visuals were fucking spectacular. No Spider-Man pun intended.
This movie was the best use of the spider sense in general.
Because we get the spider sense.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, well, we see him for the first time having it in Infinity War.
Yeah.
But then here, like, it really gets utilized.
It's the Peter tingle.
Yeah. And I mean, like, and it's a story element that's a part of this fight. And I really love that about it. And then also, I love the fact that he loses.
Yes.
I mean, he gets hit by a fucking train. Like I was saying is that. But to the counter argument, though, the warehouse scene in BVS is also ripped straight from a comic book. You know, you can rip open any comic book or play the Batman Arkham games and you understand how this fight scene was even thought of.
Yes.
And I mean, it's excellent. You know, you can say what you want to about Ben Affleck's Batman, but his build for this fight scene, only he and his stuntmen and men of that stature in that suit can pull that fight scene off. It takes that. The sheer brutality, the experience and the weariness. I mean, it's fucking goated. It is absolutely goated. The edge slightly, ever so slightly, goes to Spider-Man versus Mysterio in Far From Home, though.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. Just to go ahead and put this in the back of your mind, that means in the next round, the Winter Soldier highway fight is going up against that Spidey and Mysterio.
Fuck.
It's not going to get any easier before then, my friend. For the next one, this is one that you picked. Avengers Endgame, the Avengers versus Thanos and Friends, versus Logan, the forest fight with X-24.
Oh, boy. I was wondering if Logan was going to be on here or not.
Yeah, it's... I said there was no live-action X-Men.
Yep. I was wondering, like, did he mean, like... Is that all-inclusive X-Men?
There's not a live-action movie called X-Men on here, but Logan is on here.
Oh, man. Do you know how I feel about the movie Logan?
I do.
There's something about when he... Like, there's just, like, this guttural roar that he lets off in the woods. And then, like, the camera pans to him. He's just hauling ass. Like, he's taking that last bit of blue chew in a needle in a syringe.
That direct injection.
Yeah. And that shit just literally unlocks beast mode one last time. Oh boy. And what I love about the X-24 is that, like, it's a metaphor for how Wolverine felt and what his greatest fears were. And they were literally come to life standing right before him. Him as a brutal, mindless monster doing the will of men who have no good intention.
Right.
And we look at this Endgame scene, I'm sorry. Thanos and friends versus the Avengers. I gotta go with Thanos and friends versus the Avengers. It's tough, but when something is instantly iconic like that, it's a tough out.
All right. There you have it, folks. The Endgame, big fight scene at the end of Endgame, the Endgame of Endgames moves forward. Okay, we're almost done with the left side of the bracket here for round one. We got one last set of fights here, though.
Okay.
So we have... This is one that you picked. Invincible versus Omni-Man from Invincible Season 1. Versus, in the Avengers versus Hulk.
Ooh.
This is the initial transformation of Hulk on the aircraft carrier.
This is kind of a fitting matchup here.
It is.
It's almost like this shit was planned.
It's random seed, my friend.
I know.
I would love to say I devised this myself.
I love that Hulk transformation scene because, like, they build up to it.
Right.
You know?
The tension is incredible.
It is. And, like, this is back when Marvel really had a reverence for the Hulk. And, like, the way they used him here I thought was tremendous. And we're talking about when he first emerges, right? Like, on the helicarrier?
Yes.
Yeah, this was great because they better thank Thor and Odin and all the gods that Thor was there.
Yeah, because it's just him and Scarlet Witch at first, or not Scarlet Witch, but Black Widow at first.
Yeah. It was gonna be a real rough day for everybody on the helicarrier.
Yeah, Widow barely makes it out of there.
Right? Isn't it crazy that she wanted to fuck him by the next movie? Like, that's resolve.
That's true. Yeah. Sometimes you know what you got. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna go with Omni-Man versus Invincible. The brutality and the story they were telling and the emotion behind it and just the sheer shock of it all. I'll be honest, man, like, this is just a hard one to beat. It is. It's tough. This is tough. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Round 2 is about to be something. But we have 4 more battles. Well, technically 8 more battles. The Battle of Battles for round 1. And we're going to get started on the right side of the bracket now. And this is actually not one that you have had to narrow down anything for. So You're completely unaware that either of these are on here.
Oh boy.
We have X-Men 97, The Fall of Genosha versus The Dark Knight Rises, Batman versus Bane 1. Which I know you are such a huge fan of that fight scene.
I am.
So that's why there's no other, like, that's the only strictly Batman fight on here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. Okay. The tricky thing about this, right, is that the Dark Knight Rises, I should say, that fight scene with Bane, that first one, I think sometimes people don't understand why I like it so much, because like on a technical level, like they don't see, they're like, well, like the BVS warehouse scene is way better. I mean, like if we're talking like strictly fisticuffs, like comic book accuracy, sure. I definitely give you that. I mean, 100%. And I love that warehouse fight scene. But just the story that they are telling here, like if you just pay attention to the story being told, and maybe this goes back to like, being an indie wrestler and just being a fan of wrestling and just understanding the story that's being told without any words.
Yes.
And like there's a lot of that going on here. And there are words, but like the words that they're saying are just an exchange that the two of them would have that also for the audience, if you're listening, happen to encapsulate kind of the meaning of this whole movie.
Yeah.
And I love it, right? Because the whole idea that Batman and Bane were both trained by the League of Shadows, and they both use theatricality and deception to kind of get where they want or to go where they want. And how Batman has met his match. Like,
yeah.
I know your tricks is what Bane is saying. I know what you do because I can do it better than you. Yeah. You can't harm me like the way that you can everyone else because your tricks just don't work.
Fear, that line in the very first one from Ra's al Ghul,
Yep.
talking about fear and theatricality are powerful tools.
Yep.
Versus the uninitiated.
Yes. That's
such a theme of this entire trilogy, right? Because all of the villains use fear as part of their tactics in some way or the other. But in this third movie, this is the first time that it's actually used against Bruce.
Yep.
Because Bruce is not scared of Ra's or the Joker or even Scarecrow.
Right.
But if you're going to tell me that he doesn't feel fear against Bane right here in this scene, you're out of your mind.
Exactly. And the thing of it is, and this is part of Bane's whole ploy, is that like the first half of this fight, Bane is letting Batman get his best hits off. Yeah. And he wanted him to, because that's the way that he's going to instill the fear. Like, you hit me with your best shots and it has no effects on me. You do your tricks where you kill the lights and you hide in the shadows and you muffle your noises so you can't be heard. It doesn't do anything. And that's where the fear comes from. So, and it's like you said earlier, even Bane uttering the line, theatricality and deception are powerful agents to the uninitiated, but we are initiated, aren't we, Bruce?
Yes.
Just letting him know that, hey, I know what you were taught word for word.
Yeah. Yeah, Rises has its issues, as we've talked about, but I love how much of a direct sequel it is to Begins.
It really is. Yeah. Holy shit, I forgot what the other fight was. What was the other fight?
It's X-Men 97, The Fall of Genosha.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, all right. What a tragic fucking fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn. It's more of a mollywop. And I want to say, man, thank goodness Magneto was there, but if anything, he just delayed the inevitable, right?
Right.
And this is, again, it's kind of an ironic matchup because, like, these are both tragic defeats for the protagonist.
Yes. Thematic.
Yeah, very thematic. I mean, my gosh, like what? Did that thing have a name? What do you call it? A Super Sentinel?
It was like a Super Sentinel or something. There was a name for it. I can't remember the specific name for it.
Yeah, I guess just a Bastion controlled Sentinel. It was on some bullshit though. I know that much. And I mean, it just wreaked complete fucking havoc. It just
A Wild Sentinel.
Wild Sentinel
is what it's called, yeah.
That sounds like some shit that the government would call it so that they wanted to take credit for or blame for it killing, so many people. This is a very, very close decision here. And no one misinterpret what I'm saying here. Because even though Batman is my favorite comic book character of all time, I had to give this to X-Men 97.
Okay.
Yeah. It's close.
That Fall of Genosha scene is the moment, I think, that everybody's like, oh, this is not just continuation. This is not a nostalgia trip for a 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
This is its own thing, and they're not fucking around.
Right. Exactly. And as much as I love the Dark Knight Rises fight, and I do fucking love it, I just spent 10 minutes talking about it.
Yeah.
But I do have to laugh at the fact that Bane hit Batman so hard he turned the lights back on.
Yeah. Like, God damn.
That's what Catwoman was saying.
Yeah. Okay, so in this next bracket, it's one that you picked. It's the Civil War airport scene versus the Snyder Cut. Superman versus the Justice League.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, so this is the moment where Cal gets resurrected, and he's not quite himself yet.
Yes.
And he's about to serve the Justice League up with some Superman fisticuffs, which they do not want.
Yeah, no, none of them want that smoke. All right, so
this was also very fitting because it's kind of the same thing,
Yeah.
The one was like all the Avengers against each other, and the other one's like the Justice League
versus
against Superman.
Yeah. The interesting thing about him, I'm so glad you had the Snyder Cut.
I want to specify.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll be like, why is that on here?
The scene's not even that good in the.
No, it's not, and like the jokes were weird in that.
Yeah, they really were.
Yeah.
Do you bleed?
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm bleeding right now. Whatever the fuck he said.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think I'm bleeding right now. You would not be joking around if you were Bruce in that situation.
Right. Yeah. Not at all. It's fucking Joss Whedon. How do you become a hack of yourself?
Yeah.
Jesus. Anywho, so glad that he has gainful employment, I'm sure.
I don't think he does.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay, yeah. His brother's really good though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Jed Whedon, he's like the lead writer on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think he's one of the showrunners for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It's got to be hard for him, man, because like I'm sure he has like a black cloud over him, considering who his brother is.
He's doing the Skyward adaptation for Sanderson.
Shit. Okay,
so he's the showrunner for that.
Hell yeah,
yeah. So I hope that he still got it.
Yeah.
Didn't he work on Westworld too?
Did he?
Am I mistaken on that?
Or are you thinking of the wrong Nepo brother?
Oh, there's another Nepo brother on Westworld?
I mean, besides Nolan?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm thinking about.
Okay,
yeah. Yeah, I do get him and Jonathan Nolan confused sometimes because they're both, they're both Nepo brothers,
but great.
They're actually quite good.
Yeah. 100%.
Because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is better than it had any business being. Certain seasons.
Yeah. And that's what I hear. I had to get through like the first season, and it was a little rough.
Oh yeah, because literally until episode 17, they are literally treading water.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we're gonna make this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. We're getting off track here, but consider it's the first time tonight. That's actually amazing.
Right.
We're almost an hour in, and normally it happens way quicker than that. But they were like, you're gonna make this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. 22 episodes. All right, cool. We'll make that. And they were like, oh yeah, by the way, the next movie that we put out, S.H.I.E.L.D. is gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
And so literally the first 17 episodes, they're just treading water, waiting for Winter Soldier to come out and for the Hydra stuff to happen. And once that gets off the ground, it's riveting. And then season 2, they try to do the whole Inhumans thing because there was this big push from up top for the Inhumans. And they did a better job than the actual Inhuman show did. Not that that was a high bar.
Gosh. Yeah. Not to rabbit hole us even further, but man, like just a little bit here. But man, during the pandemic, everything got derailed, and nothing that we were supposed to get, we ended up getting not really.
Right.
And so, like, you know, me and Kevin, we had to just like forage for content. Like,
I know you guys reviewed that shit.
we reviewed, and I forgot that I'd seen that shit until you brought it up. That and the Batwoman TV show.
You did that by yourself.
I did that one by myself. I couldn't even get Kevin to sniff that show.
No. Or me.
Or you. I couldn't get anyone. I had to brave that shit by myself. And I didn't even finish it.
They're like, the Nielsen ratings say one person was watching.
Oh, shit. But also, just real quick, back to the Inhumans things with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. A fun fact about that also is that, like, that push was being done internally within the MCU and within Marvel Comics.
Yep.
Ike Perlmutter, he was at the time, he was technically over both.
Yeah.
He oversaw both. And as soon as he caught whiff of, we're never going to get the X-Men back, that was his thought at the time. So let's
replace them.
Yeah, let's replace the X-Men with the Inhumans, and let's just fucking bury the X-Men as far as we can, and put all the focus on, and like in the Humans, man, they flopped in the TV show, they flopped in the comic sales, like they just could not get over.
Nope, absolutely not. And I mean, they were great in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but where Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. really shined was like seasons 3 and 4, especially season 3, man. And like
the Ghost Rider
yes,
stuff?
their version of Ghost Rider,
Yeah.
to this day, still the best Ghost Rider to me that we've gotten in a live action scenario. I really loved it. And they did Robbie Reyes.
Yeah.
And the way he transformed, man, was so cool because it was like it was always like a subtle, his like skin just kind of that was so good.
Jeez.
He looked awful though. It looked like he wouldn't want to transform.
Yeah, I've never seen a pleasant Ghost Rider transformation. I guess that's like if you have like a dark god possessing you, I guess that's like the trade off.
Because in the Nick Cage movies, it's like instant, right? He just kind of pops it on.
Well, eventually he does, but like for his first transformation, it does like the kind of the body horror, thing.
Yeah, the Robbie Reyes one, it never looked.
Yeah, it never looked.
It looked awful every time.
Yeah,
he would either the best he would get is like he shows up already as as Ghost Rider.
Oh fuck, I forgot what the categories were. Right.
Sorry, it's the airport scene from Civil War versus the Superman versus Justice League fight from Snyder Cut.
I was really hoping I had my mind made up by now, but I don't.
Yeah, but that was a hell of a filibuster.
It was, right? Okay. Airport scene is absolutely goated, man. Like I love this scene. First time we see Spidey in the MCU.
Yeah. Well, first time we see him do something really in the suit. Yeah.
Did we see Spidey before?
Well, there's a scene. There's. You just mean this?
Yeah.
I thought you meant the scene.
Oh no, I just meant yeah. First movie we see MCU Black Panther in as well.
Yes.
And that's fucking hard to top. But also, it's say what you will about Zack Snyder. For those of you who don't know, I myself certainly more towards a Zack Snyder fan than a Zack Snyder hater.
Depends on the day for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love his Watchmen though.
Oh, absolutely.
And even the biggest Snyder fans will tell you that Sucker Punch is trash. So.
Well, no, because they didn't see it.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
But he gives us so many moments that otherwise I don't think we ever would have seen. Like I don't think any other director would have given us a Justice League versus Superman fight.
Yeah.
And one that faithfully shows how it would go, especially if Batman if he's lacking, if he's caught off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old man Batman with no prep time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a long day at the office.
And like a Barry that's not like fully in tune with the Speed Force yet.
Right.
That scene where he looks at him, man, is probably still one of my favorite moments, you know.
Mm-hmm. And it's terrifying.
Yeah, it really is.
And you know that, like, okay, Cyborg, like, if Superman was technologically based in some way, sure, but otherwise, Cyborg's gonna get ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
Aquaman is a powerhouse, but man, there's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
And
Same with Diana.
Yeah, I was gonna say Wonder Woman is your best bet, and
the only real bet you have here is that Wonder Woman can tank him long enough for you to get away.
Yeah, or tank Superman long enough for Bruce to grab some more kryptonite. Sure, he kept some of it.
Yeah. Please.
But that's it. Oh man, this for me is so tough. Don't hate me, internet, or do, I don't care. I'm gonna go with the Justice League versus Superman fight, and the only thing that edges it out is the fact that, for me, there's more story being told with this fight. I love the moment, and I think that this is only specific to the Snyder Cut, where Superman has Batman. I think he has him by the throat, and he goes, "You won't let me live, and you won't let me die."
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. That was a great line.
Yeah.
Oh, I got chills from it even now. I wish I could tell you that these get any easier.
I was hoping you would.
They really don't, man. This next one is two that you picked. Infinity War, the Battle on Titan versus Daredevil versus Bullseye at the Bulletin.
Oh!
I do not envy you on this because these two are at the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
You have this massive, colossal fight with universal implications, and versus two guys in an insanely personal fight in a room. You know?
Yeah. All right, let me ask you this. This is the Endgame fight?
No, this is the Infinity War fight
Titan.
where Thanos on Titan with the gauntlet versus, this is the one where Star-Lord fucks up.
Uh-huh. It is insanely hard to square this circle.
Yeah.
And it's to the point where, like, actually, I've been at this point where I have to start, like, grasping at straws, finding, like, little things that can give an edge.
The smallest little bit to tip that scale.
Yes. Their plan they were on Titan, weren't they?
They were on Titan.
Yeah. Their plan on Titan was sound. It was very sound.
Yeah.
It's a great plan. As a side note, I want to say if we fight and I beat you 14,605 times or whatever, but then you only talk about and make a movie about the one time you beat me, I'll probably be a villain too. Okay. Man, this is tough. I'm splitting hairs here. I'm gonna go with Daredevil and Bullseye.
Oh man.
And that's because, you know why? It's because when people talk about the fight on Titan, where do they always get to?
Star-Lord fucking up.
Yep.
It's famous for that.
It is, yeah.
And the other one is just famous for the fight.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. All right, we finally are at the end of round one here. This is the last battle of round one. One of these is one that you picked yourself. This is the final battle with Deathstroke from Arrow of Season 2 versus Killmonger versus T'Challa on top of the waterfall from Black Panther.
I was praying you would say their second fight, so I'd be like,
You gotta act like it's tough for the podcast. Be like, man.
I guess I'll go. I guess I'll go Deathstroke and Oliver. All right, man. This one is tough, right? I mean, I say this for all of them because you made all these purposely tough.
Another thing that got like very narrowly cut from this list was Shang-Chi.
Oh, yeah.
I actually had someone suggest to me like, oh man, you should put both of the Shang-Chi fights on there. And I was like, okay, well, like, yeah, the bus fight, but what's the other one? And then they were like, the last fight. I was like, no, that I'll just leave that off.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a little much.
It's kind of the same situation as Black Panther, to be honest.
It really is. That's a great point.
Where it's like the first fight, I mean, they weren't the same thing, but like this fight earlier in the movie, it's much more grounded and personal and meaningful versus a giant CGI-laden Act 3 battle. Yeah. The only difference is Black Panther was a whole phase earlier, and so they didn't feel the need to go just completely off the rails yet.
Yeah, there weren't dragons fighting in the background.
Yeah, and random faceless butt creatures and like sphinxes that came to life, and
it was a lot going on in that Shang-Chi movie.
This could have just been a karate fight, man, but instead they had to have him Kamehameha a dragon.
Yeah.
Which, just like in Morbius. Cool points, I guess.
Yeah, you get cool points.
You ignored the other 9 homie commandments.
Yeah, but you got the cool points.
You got one. You got the rule of cool.
Yeah, rule of cool. Yeah, good job.
Yeah, great work.
Technically, we do live in a world where we could see Morbius and Shang-Chi have like a Kamehameha off.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we do live in that world. Yeah. Yeah. In order for that to happen, Shang-Chi would have to appear on screen.
Oh. Well, thankfully, he will return in Avengers Doomsday.
So could anyone else on this list. Literally anyone else on this list.
Okay. Shit. All right.
General Zod will return.
Like, goddamn. Okay. So, we got... What do we got again?
Arrow. The final battle with Deathstroke from season 2
and
versus...
Panther and Killmonger, the first fight at the waterfall.
Yes. Both very personal.
Yes. Man, Arrow was ahead of his time. And, I mean, season 1, I was so skeptical, but then by the end of season 1, I said, man, this is actually a pretty solid show. And then season 2, they kicked it up with the Deathstroke arc. And I was like, oh, shit, they really did it. Like, this is amazing. I think, like, it's only, I don't even call it, like, a detriment or downfall, but, like, the only thing I think that really held it back from maybe more critical success is that around that same time as season 2, Daredevil dropped on Netflix.
Yeah.
And even if you just want to look at fight choreography, it wasn't that far apart. Like, Arrow has some really good fight choreography.
They really did.
And I don't know how they got his hood to stay on the whole time. That was always impressive.
Yeah. And they were riding that Smallville wave. I mean, a lot of people shit on this because of like how bad the Arrowverse got. But you got to understand, in order for... First off, they call it the Arrowverse. That's its widely known name. So, like, this show spawned... Like, it rode the wave of Smallville, sure. But there were enough people watching this shit for them to spawn, like, 5 fucking TV shows and have, like, 4 crossovers. And, you know, so while, obviously, even ourselves, we back then, we're talking shit about the CW-isms that are all throughout these things. I mean... Back when Arrow was the only show, and even, I would say going into season 3 when it was Arrow and Flash, this was really good stuff. Especially for 22-episode seasons.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, you look at it, and, like, the early Arrow and early Flash, like, they were, at the time, I think, they were, well, no. They were on par with Supernatural in terms of numbers.
Yeah. And this was... this was like a very interesting time because it was at the kind of going into what they thought was the peak of superheroes. Like when Avengers came out, everybody was like, oh man, this is like peak. And then it just kept going up and up and up from there.
Right.
Around that same time though, this is also the death of the 23, 24 episode, television traditional seasons. And, serialized was much more what everybody was going for, less procedurals. And these shows had to kind of balance that, there had to be so many episodes where you tune in and it's just, okay, well, this is villain of the week, and then Oliver beats him, and somebody gives a pep talk on the Flash, and like there's so many things where they literally just trying to fill time. Whereas I think if these got greenlit today, in today's world, they would probably be 10 or 13 episodes max, and they would have a time restriction that would be appropriate to the story they're trying to tell. Who knows what they would be able to do,
Right.
And Stephen Amell, love him or hate him, he did a great job as Oliver here.
He did. He really did. I mean, and he carried that for a while.
Yeah, and then also Emily Bett Rickards. I mean, she was supposed to be an extra. They brought her in. No. Felicity was not in the scripts. She was brought in as an extra for that one scene, and her agent even. I actually listened to her interview with Michael Rosenbaum pretty recently. She actually talks about this in depth, where her agent was like, no, it's a one-time thing, Also, apparently, it was very uncommon for them to hire Canadian actors.
Even though they filmed in Vancouver?
Exactly. Weird. Apparently, it was a very rare thing for there to be actual Canadian actors on these sets that filmed in Vancouver. I don't know what the reasoning for that is. I don't know if maybe there's some kind of tax incentive or something for them having like Americans in. I don't know, but they brought her back. Like they liked her work so much that they actually wrote Felicity into. And she's basically the second billing.
Oh yeah.
Going forward. So,
damn, did not know that.
Yeah, and I don't think they meant for Diggle to be as big of a character as he was either. And, I mean, both of them were, like, right there along with Oliver. So
right. Damn, the more you know.
Yeah, but now you got to pick.
I do.
He lures me into filibustering with him.
Yes, I do.
Because he knows I like to expound upon nerdy shit, which is why I'm sitting here.
So I come to be co-host.
That's right.
I'm going to go with T'Challa and Killmonger, the waterfall fight.
Okay.
Excellent fight.
We have narrowed it down to 8. You've survived round 1, my friend. How are you feeling about this process?
Dog, I would never do this type of shit to you, so I don't know why you feel so inclined to put me through this.
Oh, you never done anything like this to me?
That's not what I said.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure that you made me choose between some very horrible shit before. At least I'm having you narrow down things that you love.
I had you narrow down your favorite superhero actors.
You did.
Yeah,
you did.
They're great.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was incredible. But here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. Yep. Okay. Round 2 is gonna be interesting. You know all the contenders, and now we got to narrow them down. And I'll be honest with you, looking at these 4 battles of battles, this is something else. It is not going to be easy at all, my friend. We have Spider-Man versus Mysterio versus the Winter Soldier highway fight scene. I don't know how. I don't know what hair you got to split.
Yeah, dog.
To put on the scale for really. I mean, honestly, these are all really, really tough. But I think this might be the hardest of them for me if I had to pick. But fortunately, I do not.
I love Spider-Man the most, and this sounds terrible, but I love him the most when he's struggling and he has to figure it out. And that's what happens in this Mysterio fight. He gets beat bad, and like Mysterio, he has his way. And and Peter has to come back and learn from this ass whooping.
Doesn't he get hit by a train at the end?
He gets hit by a train, yeah.
Just as a nod to Spider-Man 2, I think.
Probably, yeah. He didn't stop that one.
Nope. It stopped him.
Yeah. No, it kept moving.
Well, that's true. That's true. It ended the fight, though.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, like the visuals, if you guys haven't seen this in a while, if you think I'm tripping for choosing this, you need to go back and rewatch it. It's amazing. Even if you're not like a big fan of like that era of Spider-Man comics, I promise you, it is just a tremendous fight scene. It's a wonderful homage, and it fits perfectly into the story that they're telling in Far From Home. I mean, what a tremendous fight scene! And then you juxtapose that with the Winter Soldier and Cap fight, and on the street, and Winter Soldier. And I haven't mentioned this yet, but man, like that fight choreography there was top notch.
It really was.
I mean, it was just chef's kiss, and it's like it's so exhilarating because you can't take your eye off of them when they're going at it. And you know, everyone mentions the knife drop that Bucky does, but he has the knife in one hand, Steve catches the hand, Bucky drops the knife into the other hand.
Yeah,
and I mean, it's just smooth as fucking silk. And I've seen BTS of them, rehearsing that, and it just looks so goddamn cool every time. That entire fight scene is just tremendous. This one is so difficult. Normally by now I've had a decision made up.
Right.
I've talked myself into something. Splitting the thinnest of wild hairs, I gotta give it to Steve versus Bucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have our first contender for the semifinals.
Oh boy.
Okay. Okay, these don't get any easier. Yeah, so we're going right along. Round 2. Mm-hmm. Avengers Endgame, the final battle versus Invincible versus Omni-Man from season 1. I don't know how you do this. I mean, honestly, I feel like these are, like, both of these are goated in their respective categories.
Yes.
Like, I mean, easily, we could have a top 16 bracket of just movie action scenes, and the Endgame scene could win.
Yes.
We could then have an animated TV show 16 bracket, and this Invincible and Omni-Man fight could win.
Yes.
So this is a battle of battles for the ages here. Talk about splitting hairs, my friend.
Yeah, this is not an enviable position that I'm in.
No.
Not at all. Boy. So, okay, let me ask you this. For this in-game fight scene, are we talking about from the moment that all of the Avengers come through the portal to the end, or are we talking about the moment that we get the big three?
Yeah, I'm going to go from the moment the big three walk out until Thanos gets obliterated.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because it's much easier for you if I start it with the portals. Because it's not bad after that, but it's just...
It's not the same.
It all of the best moments happen when it's just the three of them, because it's just the three of them.
Right.
And it's not 10,000 people on a battlefield, which is epic. I mean, it was an incredible moment, but at that point, a lot of the little details, I mean, you could watch this fight scene 10 times and pick out different stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I see Endgame, I probably pick out something different in that fight. Mm-hmm. But there's no way for you to keep up with it all.
Right.
You know?
Thanos was such a skilled fighter.
Yes.
He was so good. What in the world is his blade made out of?
Yeah, he had all the best loot, too.
Yeah.
Legendary everything.
Yeah, everything was legendary, yeah.
Legendary artifacts.
Yeah, you do detect magic on him, you just go blind.
Yeah.
Especially with the gauntlet. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, he had the Infinity Gauntlet with almost all the gems, or all the gems, actually, at that point. This motherfucker had, like, I don't know, the Blade of Olympus or some shit. His armor was crazy.
Yeah. Like, that dual-sided blade, it had to be made out of Uru metal. Like, the same shit that, like, Stormbreaker and Mjolnir made of.
Right.
Because that shit, like, I know he's strong as shit, but, like, the way he just hacked through Cap's shield.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Absolutely nuts. Just hacked through that vibranium like it was nothing.
Dog. I mean,
unobtainium blade.
Yeah, he went to fucking James Cameron's universe. Stole some unobtainium. Oh shit. Okay.
This 7th gem is called franchising.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh man. How did you feel the first time you saw the Omni-Man and Mark fight?
You're filibustering, but I will say though, man, something about this fight is special. You know, I can totally see why you chose it out of the three, because you have the father-son dynamic. Us as the viewers, I mean, obviously you had read the comics at this point, I had not, but if you're reading this in the comics for the first time or you're watching in the show for the first time, you're not sure how much of Nolan's, like, how much of it was a ruse. Mm-hmm. You know, is he really just this completely heartless, Saiyan-like alien that literally has no care for any of these human beings, including Mark, whatsoever? Or, you know, does he care about Mark? Does he care about Debbie? Is there something in there that's fighting against the Viltrumite training that he's had? We don't know this as the viewer or the reader the first time you experience this, what Nolan really is thinking in there. We don't know if we know this dude at all, because, I mean, at least in the TV show, we saw him murder the Guardians of the Globe in episode 1. Mm-hmm. But you're also thinking, he spent all this time around him. Marcus, his son, like, does he really have no emotion whatsoever? Looking back on it now, what, 4 seasons in?
Yeah.
Is this 4 or 5 that just came out?
I'm trying to remember. It's got to be
5.
Is it 5?
I don't know. Anyway, it's a lot.
Yeah.
We reviewed it. Go look it up. Yeah. It was great. But you look at look at it now, and obviously we know that Nolan is a lot different than that. But we didn't have any of that context during this fight, so we're like, is he about to kill this motherfucker?
Right.
It was next level, right? And then all the memes that it spawned or whatever, it was classic. But man, they're up against the most famous fight scene of all time, arguably. I mean, name another movie scene that you can go on YouTube right now and find probably 50 theater reaction videos of. You got nothing.
Ironically, like, I think distant second, it's another Marvel movie. It's Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yes, when the other Peters arrive.
Yep. All right. I suppose I've wasted enough time.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the endgame fight scene.
Yep.
I mean, it's just hard not to.
I got to say here, there's only one DC fight left on this list. Literally everything left on the board is Marvel except for one of the next contenders. So this could be an all Marvel board after this next fight. We have the Justice League Superman fight, Justice League versus Superman fight from the Snyder Cut, and versus the X-Men 97, The Fall of Genosha scene. And if the Justice League fight gets eliminated here, then this is an all-Marvel board going forward.
Oh, boy. Ironically, thematically, this also kind of fits because it's everybody against one.
Yep.
That Wild Sandler was whipping ass. And poor Leech. Leech always has a rough go. That kid never catches a break. And I'm pretty sure he gets obliterated here by the Sentinel. There's one moment in this Genosha fight where Xavier's witnessing just like the death and destruction of all the mutants, all the people that he loves so much. And the voice actor, he just belts out, they will be avenged. And he does it in such a way that has so much conviction behind it, and it's just, that gives me chills every time I see that scene.
Yeah, it really does. It's some of the dialogue there is next level.
Oh yeah, and it's a catalyst for what Magneto does in the back half of the season. And then we didn't talk about the fact that Gambit bites it during this.
You remember it.
Yeah, and like I kind of had a feeling something's gonna happen. Like when we heard like Ace of Base earlier, it's like.
Also, just Rogue fucking shaming the shit out of Captain America after this.
Bro, yeah, and then just hurling his shield off into... Cap was like... I'm not going to say this out loud, but... bitch, fuck you.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not going to say this out loud, but that was fucked up. I got to go find that.
Yeah, I got to go get that. I hope he has some kind of tracker on that shield. Sure he does, right? Like,
if not, he does after that.
Yeah. Like, that was just like... That was like $1.2 billion worth of vibranium you just wrote.
In 97 money.
97.
Which was a lot. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, $1 billion was like, that was something in 97.
Yes.
It was like you and Bill Gates in 97.
Right. Now you have to have a trillion to, make that seem special.
That's right. Well, actually, Elon's not a trillionaire anymore. That only lasted a few days.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the stock price actually tanked.
Oh, sweet.
That's
too
imagine
bad.
that. Yeah.
Oh, man. Darn. I mean, all that trickle down was going to do us so much good.
I know, yeah, but now it's just gone. Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, well. Okay. The Genosha fight or the Justice League getting waffle stomped by Superman. This is so hard, man, because I'm trying to split hairs, but I'm like, the mutants couldn't do shit against that Sentinel, and the Justice League couldn't do shit against Superman.
It's very fitting here. I guess question is, gun to your head, you got to watch one or the other. What's it going to be?
Doesn't make it.
You're like, that's way worse.
Yeah. Oh man. This one's so tough, man. I've gone back and forth so many times before I've spoken a word here. All right. Oh man. Okay. I guess I'm going to make my final decision on this. And
we have a either way, a category will get knocked off the board here. Either this will be an all Marvel board or an all live action board going forward. 97 is the only animated that survived.
There's no winner here. Creature Commandos couldn't get put on here that we get animated in DC.
I know, man. Yeah, I thought about it.
Joking.
Oh, I did consider the Frankenstein and Clayface.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah. They got fucked up.
I'm telling you, I have a whole nother bracket worth of stuff that got cut. I mean, it was hard to narrow it down to.
Oh, I'm sure you do, because I know there's no Deadpool and Wolverine on here.
Nope. And the van fight could have easily been on here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could have damn near made a Wolverine bracket.
Yeah, he's the best at what he does.
There's no Days of Future Past on here. You know that hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no Dark Phoenix on here, and that's why it's a good list.
Yeah, I was like... All right. Just a toss-up, because I have no indicator going off of this thing, man. It's a one-sided mollywop either way you look at it. Both are very well done. Both have dire consequences on the remainder of the plot. Both have dire repercussions for the characters. Gun to my head, man, splitting the thinnest of hairs just because I have to. I'm going with the Justice League taking on Superman. And that's only because Superman was more of a character than the Wild Sentinel.
All right. Oh, man, there you have it. We are all live action. We're going to find out right now who's going to challenge the Justice League versus Superman fight in the semifinals. But we still have a hair to split. Okay. And I don't envy you on this one either. There's a trend here. It's Daredevil versus Bullseye at the Bulletin versus T'Challa versus Killmonger at the Waterfall. There's something about how very, very personal both of these fights are.
Bro, like, I think subconsciously, like, I'm picking shit that's setting me up, man, because this is... Because like there's always like a common through line with
Yes.
these battles now.
Yes.
Like for example, again, both of our heroes lose their fights in these.
Yes.
Like Matt Murdock gets bested by the end of this fight with Bullseye, and T'Challa loses the fight with Killmonger at the waterfall.
And they're both trying to sort of impersonate or
Yes.
take the other person's identity to an
Right.
extent.
Yeah. Yeah. Both very personal fight scenes. Oh boy. Both also very extremely well acted scenes
Yes.
as well.
Well acted, well shot.
Both also have like an audiences of like the protagonist's friends
Yeah.
watching. Man,
This is tough. This might be the hardest one so far to deduce.
and that's saying something. Oh my gosh. How in the world do you pick? Homies, what would you pick? T'Challa versus Killmonger, their first fight at the waterfall, or Bullseye versus Daredevil, their first fight in season 3 of Netflix Daredevil series. Which fight, overall, encompassing everything, do you guys think is better? You guys may come up with an answer before I do.
I cannot wait on the comments on this episode.
Bro.
They're going to be something. And then there's going to be a ton of like, and we welcome this, by the way. If there's something you thought should have been on here, let us know.
Yeah.
I probably agree with you.
I mean, listen, like, the thing about a bracket of 16 is that only 16 can make the cut.
And I couldn't even get it down to 16. I made you do the hard work on like, I got it down to like 25 and made you cut the last bit of cruft off of here.
So fucked up because any one of those that I cut on a different day could have won,
That's true, yeah.
you know? Oh, boy. Okay. I'm going to try to make this brief. I'm going to go with the first thing that comes to mind here. This is winning by the absolute thinnest of margin. But I'm going to go with Bullseye versus Daredevil in season 3 of the Netflix series.
Oh man. If only Kevin were here to see this this matchup that is about to happen in the semifinals. You have survived round 2. There are only 4 remaining.
Oh.
We now have to get to the finals, to the ultimate fight scene. But in order to get there, we have to get through the semifinals. There are still some cuts to make. So, we have the Winter Soldier highway fight scene versus the end of Endgame, the ultimate fight scene to wrap up the Infinity Saga. How? Because this is MCU. Who is the GOAT of the MCU here as far as live action fight scenes?
Well, Steve is in both,
He is. Yeah. Bucky is in both.
Technically, yeah, Bucky is in both. Yeah. And they're both going to be in Doomsday, right? So that they could both go for the trifecta.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, boy. Okay. All right.
Both of them.
Both of them. We have Steve Rogers as Captain America versus James Buchanan Barnes, a.k.a. the Winter Soldier, and Captain America the Winter Soldier. Or...
Everyone.
Yeah, everybody.
Versus Thanos. And everybody.
Fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Thanos and everybody he could bring.
Yeah. I gotta go with Endgame on this one.
Oh, man.
It's just the scope and scale of it all, and the creativity, and it's hard not to.
I mean, no surprise here, but the final fight from Endgame advances to the finals. This was always going to be a tough one to beat.
Yep.
Is it the greatest action scene of all time? We'll find out in just a minute. But we still have one to cut before we can get to the finals. So, we have the last remaining DC contender, which is the Justice League versus Superman, against a very different fight, which is the Daredevil Bullseye fight from the Bulletin. Absolute insanity. These are once again on the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
You have gods versus gods here, and then you have two guys at a paper.
Yeah. Oh man.
This is tough.
Yeah, and I love seeing just the creative use of powers here, and I love the fact that throughout like Snyder's DCEU to the now DCU with James Gunn, that we get to see various iterations of Superman. And what I mean by that is, I don't know if James Gunn would ever portray Superman as being like this absolute god amongst everyone else.
Right.
And I don't know if Zack Snyder would ever have the thought or the mind to have such a heartfelt Superman as James Gunn has had, and the reason I bring this up is just because, like, I feel like in that regard, it's a good thing that we had them both, because I get to see both sides of the Superman.
Right.
And so it's so cool to see Superman just be able to cut loose. And I know it's not part of this fight, but especially at the end when he gets to let loose on Steppenwolf, and you get to see, holy shit, yeah, that's goddamn Superman.
I think it would have been so powerful if we had started with Gunn's Superman and eventually over time and like eras gotten into the BVS Superman.
Yeah.
That would have been incredible if they had that lineage.
That's a good point. I think it also would have conditioned viewers more to see that kind of Superman.
Yeah, because it would have taken time to harden him from the corn sweat Superman into what we have now, or what we had then. I'm such a purist for the 25. I love it. That is definitive. Like, just like All-Star Superman is definitive Superman in the comics. The James Gunn Superman is that Superman. He embodied that.
Right. He really does.
Yeah. And even in Supergirl, his scenes in that, he's just
so genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost want to hate him for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's akin to Chris Evans as Steve Rogers, you shouldn't be that good at being this character.
Yes.
Yeah. With that being said, though, seeing Henry Cavill's performance of Superman and that third act of the Snyder Cut, it's like, man, I wish we had gotten this sooner.
Yes.
And I think they would have changed the tide.
That scene with him and Alfred is one of my favorite scenes.
Oh yeah, that's a great scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, as tough as this is, I've got to go with Bullseye versus Daredevil in season 3.
Oh man, oh man.
Could you imagine if those last two categories had been switched, right? Had it been Winter Soldier and Cap fight versus
the Daredevil fight?
Yeah.
And then the two leagues?
Yeah.
League and the Avengers. I actually thought a minute ago, I was like, are we going to come down to these two, the iconic fights with both of the big major teams? But it's an all Marvel finals, folks. Man, we started with 20.
Yes.
And we narrowed it down to 16, and then to 8, and then to 4, and now we're just down to 2. You made it this far. Are you ready for the finals?
Absolutely not.
I'll be honest. I knew that the Daredevil and Bullseye fight was going to make it a long way. I thought that the Batman and Bane fight would make it further. I did not see a round 1 elimination in for that. Yeah, man. It's been something, but we're now down to the finals. This is the iconic in-game Act 3 scene versus the first Daredevil and Bullseye fight. You might say that this is the pinnacle of the MCU action scene versus the pinnacle of the Marvel Netflix era action scene.
I think that's fair to say. You'd be hard-pressed to find an action scene in the MCU movies that are better than this.
Yeah, objectively, right? Yeah. Like obviously, you could say I prefer this scene or that scene, but for you to objectively go, "Oh, the in-game scene isn't it?" Come on.
Yeah.
The moment when Cap gets Mjolnir, I mean, they built up to that over a decade.
Yeah, come on. You can't just dismiss it, and and then you go to like the Netflix verse, the Defender verse. And you have Bullseye versus Daredevil. They treat this scene with such reverence because they know the history between these characters and they know what this means, down to the point that the way this isn't just a fight scene where they're throwing fisticuffs. No, this is a well thought out fight scene where Matt's a boxer and a ninja. So up close, he's boxing.
Yeah.
And he's whooping Bullseye's ass, and Bullseye's not used to that.
Yeah.
But then as soon as there's space, the tides turn.
Immediately, yeah.
Immediately.
And they both know that.
Yeah. And like, it's just so well thought. And then the way that it's shot, how like the camera stays on them. And like, you see them selling the hits. And then like, you see their reactions. And you see them learning in real time. Like, it's so well thought out. And I mean, like, there's one scene that always gets me. I don't know if it's meant to be funny, but I always laugh at it anyway. And it's when, like, there's distance between the two, and Bullseye starts getting the best of Matt and catching Matt with shit, throwing random office supplies at him, and is beating the shit out of Matt. And Matt ducks behind, like, an office cabinet, and he peeks his head around the corner and gets hit in the face with, like, a snow globe or something. And he just comes back in like, oh, that fucking sucked. Like, I always love that. It makes me laugh because Bullseye is that proficient, So yeah, like I just love the care that they take for these characters, and I mean it shows in the acting, it shows in the choreography, it shows in the tension that's built between those two. What a tremendous scene! And then you look at Endgame, and I think that I mean I don't know, I'm sure there's some people who would disagree, but I think that most people will agree that the first half of this fight scene, the half where we have Thor, Cap, and Iron Man versus Thanos, that 3-on-1, like that section alone, I think is, I mean, it's beyond goated. Like, what do you do with that?
Yeah.
It's hard to find a problem with. I mean, from the moment that the three of them walk out, like they are absolutely standing on business, and Thanos is just sitting on that rubble. You could not live with your failures, and what did that bring you? Back to me.
Yep.
I mean, goated bar. Like, how long had he been sitting on that?
Yeah.
He was up in like in his space station. Like, all right, as soon as I blow up the Avengers HQ, I'm gonna drop this slide on him. And then they get to business, and they are going at it, man. And you mentioned this earlier, and there's a reason I left this out until like I knew it would be like a final moment for this movie, but like the scene where Thor is getting mollywopped. He's lost Stormbreaker and he's lost Mjolnir, and he's trying to summon one of them. It's like Mjolnir at this point. Thanos, being just the battle technician that he is, he sees what's happening, stops that shit, but then you still see Mjolnir levitate. And then you see it fly off screen. And then in a moment's cut, you see that it goes right to Cap. Being in the theater when that happens, like all these years later, I still get goosebumps.
Yeah, you can there's never been anything to replace that feeling of in-game.
Right.
on night one, and anybody who saw it knows. I mean that it was just something special. I know because I went back and tried to experience it again, and it was still amazing. I've actually seen it in theaters a couple times. We're gonna go see it in theaters again in like a month. It's so incredible, but that opening night was still just the most special moment. I think maybe in the history of all cinema, because everyone, it was like you were on the best theme park ride ever with like 100 other people.
Right.
And you're all experiencing it together in real time. And this was a decade worth of build-up to lead us to this movie. And I mean, getting tickets to this thing was was a nightmare. The theaters were packed. Yes. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Things have been close. No Way Home, seeing Revenge of the Sith back in the day. Just things like that just had these tremendous opening weekends. There's just no comparison to the opening night Endgame. I mean, Infinity War was close because at the time it was the culmination of all of that stuff, right? And then also going into it as you and I and many others didn't know how the story goes, we were like, they're going to lose. They're very likely going to lose. Yeah. And then the movie keeps hitting you with that hope that it's going to be okay, but we all knew that it probably wasn't. Yeah. And seeing the uninitiated experience it was a different feeling. It was like having read Game of Thrones, like the Song of Fire and Ice series, and then watching Game of Thrones with your friends back in the day.
Bruh.
Which was amazing.
Dog. Yeah, as someone who never read A Song of Ice and Fire or any of those books and who watched Game of Thrones, yeah, that shit had some rough moments.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, when those Mistborn movies come out, you'll get to experience
Yes. I get to be on the other side of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Not to filibust, but I hope and pray that they don't try to recreate that kind of moment with Doomsday or Secret Wars. Like, don't... You know how, like, you see some wrestling matches that are just special?
Yes.
And then, they... Maybe not even in a rematch, but, like, maybe two other really talented guys actively, they chase that.
Yes.
Instead of trying to just tell a story. And then it ends up being a lesser match because of it.
Yeah, I mean, Roman and Brock had that one Mania main event where everyone going into it was kind of like, man, these fucking guys. And then they killed it.
It was magic, yeah.
And they tried to recreate that 100 times.
Never happened.
I mean, if you look at the Shawn and Undertaker or Shawn and Kurt matches, both of those had exact rematches. And they were both good, but they can never be the original.
Right.
And I agree with you with Doomsday that I really hope they are not chasing the coattails. And the rumor now is that Secret Wars is being broken up into 2 movies. So rumor floating around now is either the Russos are also directing Avengers 7. Yeah.
Maybe 7.
Or that Secret Wars is 2 parts.
Wow.
And to me, I feel like it's got to be, right? I think a lot of people are thinking that Doomsday is going to be like a part 1 and Secret Wars is going to be like a part 2. But I would much rather see Doomsday be almost not self-contained, but like kind of be its own story with a very definitive ending. And it can end badly for the heroes still. And then Secret Wars is still a 2-parter because even if you got 3 hours, I just don't think
enough time.
You can't do Secret Wars in 3 hours.
Yeah, because it's a lot to do, and we'll get a better idea. I assume we will when we see Doomsday as to what kind of movies Secret Wars will be.
Yeah, but so far we don't even have a trailer. So
yeah, right. Yeah. The most I've seen is some leaked footage that looks really cool, but even that wasn't a full trailer.
Yeah.
But there was something else I was going to say about that.
Oh, they came out and said that was AI, by the way.
I bet they did say that.
Yeah, and I was like, I mean, I could see it either way,
Yeah, and the reason why I say that is because, like, I think that technically, yeah, because the original footage of that is so pixelated.
Yeah.
And then, like, I think that AI was used to clean it up, like someone who had that footage cleaned it up. But
well, what the Russos claimed was that so they are using AI to storyboard it. So they're going, okay, well, what will this scene look like if we made this? And they're doing the prompt, and they're using a much more sophisticated AI than like a chatbot,
right.
And then they're having it create the scene so that they can kind of visualize what they want it to look like when they actually make it. Which I think is a good use of AI, actually. I have no problem with that.
Oh, yeah.
If you're going to use it to, like, in a way that's not necessarily generative, right? You're just proof of concepting things with it. I think that's fine. I mean, I can see it. I can see it if that's not in the final cut of the movie.
Oh, I mean, like, here's the thing, right? There's shit that we've gotten in trailers that doesn't make the final cut.
Yeah, like, the Hulk in Wakanda.
Yeah, yeah, Hulk at the end of Infinity War. Yeah, that was a fucking lie.
Yeah,
that was in the fucking trailer.
Yeah, that was in the trailer.
But no. Oh yeah, the other thing I was going to say before I get to this final decision. Do you think that your thoughts or hopes of seeing HydroCap are dashed?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we don't know that he's not going to be in Doomsday.
HydroCap?
Yeah,
that's true. Just going off of rumors and speculation, and just making a wild assumption that is true. If Cap, as rumors could suggest, is and can still will Mjolnir, I feel like that would eliminate the possibility of him being HydroCap.
Sure, but he also he's confirmed he's in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So we could get it there. If you're going to do it, that would be the ideal place to do it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, do they pull that swerve twice? Like, obviously, if they have Chris Evans walk out and everybody's like, "Oh, Cap's here," and then now it's HydroCap. They already pulled this gag once. So, if they do it again, Deadpool has to be like, "You guys did it again." They have to have Deadpool there to crack that joke.
Well, I guess the difference though is that like the first time they did it, it was just Cap playing along.
Yeah.
He wasn't really HydroCap.
No. I'm talking about when Chris Evans was actually Johnny Storm in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like,
that's true.
Yeah, I feel like Deadpool has to be like, really, guys?
Yeah.
Again?
That would actually be great if every time Deadpool sees Chris Evans, he thinks like it's straight up Captain America.
It never is. He never gets to actually meet Cap. That'd be awesome. Russos, I know you guys watch the show.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
That's free.
Yeah, that's for free.
Oh, that's great. All right.
That's why Thor is crying. Thor's like, you never got to meet Steve.
You never got to meet Steve. The real one. That's amazing.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Yep. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, let's get off of that before that's not what happens and I Mephisto myself.
Oh shit.
I feel like I want to ask you every week, is Jean Grey the bad guy in?
Yeah, for like the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, every week I'm gonna be like, so do you think Jean Grey? You said you think is Jean Grey because I feel like this may be the new example. Like if she's not Jean Grey, this I think has way more like fervor than the fucking Mephisto stuff did.
And that's a high bar.
Yeah, because the internet was like, fucking, like when the pot's just about to boil, it got that little simmer. That was the Mephisto thing, man. And this is like that rolling boil for the Jean Grey stuff.
The Mephisto thing with WandaVision just kept building because, especially when Quicksilver appeared, like we just fuck yeah, it's gotta be Mephisto's pulling the strings for sure now. Yeah. It was just a fucking boner joke.
It was just a boner joke. Yeah. And then they brought that motherfucker back.
They brought him back, yeah. The fucking nerve.
Man, I'm going to tell you, like, if Sadie Sink is just playing some, like, this random character was in Ultimate Spider-Man 431 or whatever, I swear to God.
I know. Oh, man.
She's just a minor role in the movie. She's not even the villain.
Right.
No.
That can't be the case.
The villain is John Cena. You can't see them.
God damn it. All right, so getting back on track here.
I had to do something to get you back into the decision here.
I've stated such strong cases for both these options.
You have indeed.
And it damn near basically comes down to just sheer preference. And I know you guys can say like the whole thing is about your preference, but in this case it's a little bit different, right? Because they're both such high quality, great examples of their craft.
Yep, and you have to pick the ultimate.
Yeah. And again, when you have to make decisions like this, you have to come down to such slim factors in determining like which one would be superior. And with that, it's got to be the in-game scene, and that is extremely tough because in terms of television, right, you're not going to find a better, more nuanced, more well-told, more tonally correct, more well-paced story/fight scene than that Bullseye and Daredevil fight from season 3.
Yes.
You just, I mean, I'm not saying that like it won't happen, but it was going to be a while before we get something along those lines, and I don't think that they should chase it. You know, like it's just an excellent use of characters who have 50 years of history, and they do such a wonderful job of putting that on screen together. But what won in game this competition here, honestly, it came down to Chris Evans, Steve Rogers with Mjolnir. Like, and again, like I love the entire fight scene, but to me, it's that first half of the fight scene that is just the true show stealer for me.
Yeah.
Like on first watch, the whole thing was absolutely glorious, but you know, on some secret viewings, the whole thing is still great, but that first half is like sheer fucking magic.
Because the first time that you watch it, the end is so frantic. Yes. When they're trying to get the gauntlet from him, and Tony snatches the gems. I mean, we're like, is he gonna win again? Is this the end of the MCU? I mean, you know, what's gonna happen here? Are we gonna? A lot of people thought that they were gonna use it as a full reset.
Yep.
You know,
yep.
And you know, Tony pulls it out and makes the sacrifice play. You know, the tension and the anxiety on that ending the first time when you don't know how it's gonna go was astronomical.
Bro, even in the first half of that fight scene when Thor and Iron Man are both down and it's just Cap standing there solo, a lot of people thought, oh, this is Cap's gonna bite it.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that Steve was gonna die in this. Yeah. I mean, when those portals first opened, I mean, we didn't know. I mean, we didn't know that it had worked.
Right.
You know?
Bro, that on your left coming muffled in through the earpiece. What a fucking moment.
He finally drops the line.
Yeah.
He drops the symbol.
And when he says Avengers Assemble, like, if you were there opening night, everyone is just going fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's like he summoned us.
Yeah, he really did. He summoned the whole planet of nerds.
Yeah. Imagine there's just a bunch of nerds come through the portal and he's like, I don't know if we're going to win this.
Yeah. We got a bunch of like Monster energy drinks and Slim Jims.
Bunch of prop weapons.
Yeah. Foam fighting swords and shit.
Get winded before we get halfway down.
Yeah, everybody's got the fake ass, polyester fucking Stormbreakers.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I have to go with Endgame on this one. Like that last fight scene. I mean, what are we? 7 years removed from Endgame?
Yes, as crazy as that is.
And whenever I'm scrolling social media and and a scene from that fight pops up, I still find myself stopping to watch it.
Yeah.
And I've seen both Infinity War and Endgame I don't know how many times.
I've probably seen them both 100 times. Easy.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, because there was a time, I don't do it so much anymore because right now I'm consuming so much. But there was a time where, you know, like I would put a movie on when I would go to sleep at night. That's kind of just my thing.
Yeah.
And it was very often that Infinity War or Endgame would be that movie. If I really couldn't sleep, I put Man of Steel on. Not because of the fight scene that made it to the bracket. I wouldn't make it that far.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I fall asleep around the time that he's just being led around the spaceship or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen them so many times, and I still love both movies. I mean, I might go home and watch one of these movies that's on this list tonight.
Oh, for sure.
There's not a bad pick on here anywhere, really. No. So,
yeah, and to your credit, there was so much that was left off. There's a good chance that at the end of July, Spider-Man Brand New Day could add some more content to this. Because
I'll tell you, I was very it was really tough, and I actually had a different bracket at first. I'm gonna tell you, the opening club scene from Blade was on my original bracket.
Oh yeah.
I actually had like a classic Marvel section where I had it was one of the lightning rounds, but it was the Doc Ock Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
It was the Blade opening scene with the club.
Great.
And the X2 Nightcrawler opening scene with the White House.
Man.
And that was I was going to do classic Marvel, and that was going to be in the lightning round. You had to eliminate those down to one. And then I sent it to Slinky, and I said, look, man, I want you to look at this list and tell me, is there anything that just absolutely should be on here? And then he gave me 5 or 6 different things, and I was like, shit, you're right. And then I actually had to cut quite a few from his and move some of my stuff off to make room for some of this. I'm pretty sure, he actually, take away my greatest co-host title for this. He actually added the Spider-Man and Green Goblin fight from No Way Home because it just didn't come to me at the moment. But I was like, holy shit, that's an amazing fight.
Yeah, and that fight was so close to making a cut, bro.
Go watch that fight, and then under the pretenses, you go and watch that fight and realize it didn't even make it to the bracket. That's how difficult this was to narrow down.
I mean, you could say the same thing about any of those Spider-Man fights that you mentioned. We can go one universe to the left, one universe to the right, and I would have chosen any option. That's just how close it was. Yeah, man, that Green Goblin fight, my mind wanted to go with that one, and my heart had to go with the Mephisto fight. I mean, the Mysterio fight.
Yeah.
But that Green Goblin fight, man, I mean, they're hitting fucking spine busters and power bombs through the floor, if that scene, this would have been cheating, but if it could have included the scene that precedes it, could have won the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Peter's spider sense is going off like crazy, and he's trying to pinpoint it, and they put you in his POV, and they give you just a taste of the anxiety that he's going through with that spider sense.
Yeah.
Surrounded by villains, trying to figure out where the danger's coming from. And then he webs Norman's hands, and you see Willem Dafoe's face just transform.
Yes.
And it's that Peter.
Yeah.
And it's fucking tremendous. I mean, honestly, from that moment to the end of the movie, it's for me damn near flawless.
It is next level incredible. I mean, some of the stuff that was eliminated here, just off the rails. And even in Far From Home, I'm actually a big fan of the very end. Not obviously it's got Marvel Act 3, giant battle scene to it. But the very, very end, when he goes through the hallway to Mysterio, that shit where he's just completely that shit is some use the Force Luke moment where he completely gives himself over to the spider senses.
Exactly.
And he's no longer using he's pulling some Matt Murdock shit. He's no longer using any of his other senses. He's only relying on the Peter tingle. And he just fucking eradicates that whole hallway down to Mysterio. That moment is incredible.
It is. You know, you stole a thought I just had, man, which was it would have been great if Marvel had the rights or the time to use Matt Murdock in this movie.
Yes.
Because it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
A, because he needed another mentor.
Yes.
You know, B, because, you want to talk about somebody who doesn't rely on their sight.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, if after that first scene, he runs into Matt, and then they have a whole thing, and then he goes into the final fight, Mysterio.
Yeah. And then it would make more sense to see him as the lawyer in No Way Home.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this whole thing, like, if only, man. Yeah. If only they had it back then.
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
I wonder what this would just be a hilarious aside, but like in Brand New Day, if Peter's like, man, shit is really hitting the fan. Like, I need like some lawyerly help. What do you mean? He's in fucking prison. My lawyer's in prison?
My lawyer's in prison. That would be great. Yeah. That's how he ends up fighting the hand. He goes, breaks into the prison to get some legal advice.
Oh, shit.
And then
Matt's like, well, my first piece of advice is don't break into a fucking prison.
Yeah. First of all, you probably shouldn't break into a prison. Also, I have it under very good authority that there's a group of ninjas coming here to kill me right now. So it's kind of good that you're here, actually. I don't have none of my shit.
Right, yeah. So if you could help out your poor blind lawyer, that would be tremendous.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man.
Well, there you have it, folks.
There you have it.
No surprise that this is the fight scene that won. I don't think anybody's going to be upset with that. It's writing was on the wall from jump. This is the scene, right?
Yes.
A little bit of housekeeping before we go. I do want to go ahead and hype up. We are going to be sponsoring the 10th anniversary of Viral Pro Wrestling here. So if you're in the Southeast, of the United States, and you're a wrestling fan, come check that out. We'll be talking about that a little more as we lead up to it. But very excited about that. We both have history there and did some work there. And it's cool to be able to collaborate on something like that. So
absolutely, yeah. Really looking forward to that because, like you said, we both have some extensive history with VPW, and it's an amazing company. And yeah, just great that we get to collab like this.
Yeah, so come check that out as well. And we will probably not have an episode for you guys next week. But then right after that, we will be back. Hopefully, we're hoping we can get an episode of the Throwback in. We've been really trying to get the next one in. It's actually my pick on the next one.
Yes.
And so I am excited for that. And then after that,
have X-Men 97. By the time that I come back, they may be at the halfway mark.
Yeah, we're going to have to divide that in half. Mm-hmm. The way House of the Dragon is going, I feel like we should probably check in at the halfway mark.
I think so, too.
There's been a season worth of shit in the first two episodes.
Yes. And man, let me tell you, man, the memes have not let me down.
Oh, man. The sheep stealer memes are goated.
Oh, absolutely. Or sheeped it.
Yeah. God damn it. They're shipped.
Yes. So we have a lot of really cool content coming for you guys. And of course, to cap off July, our review of Spider-Man: A Brand New Day.
That's it, folks.
Yes. So our July won't be quite as jam-packed as our May and June, but it's still going to be pretty packed.
Yeah. It's going to be quality over quantity. So
absolutely.
Everything we're bringing to you guys, I'm super excited about it. There's so much going on right now. We felt like we were going to get a break, but here comes 97 and House of the Dragon and Brand New Day and who knows what else is coming on. So there's just a lot of it, man. But this was so fun. Thanks for being a good sport about it.
Oh, hey, well, thanks for putting me through the ringer. I really needed to test my brain juices today.
I'm always happy to do it on the behalf of the homies.
This has been a lot of fun, though, so thank you for putting this together.
Absolutely, man. I was excited for this. and I couldn't tell you about it. So I've just been sitting here and just like stewing on it. And I had to be like, no, I'm not touching the list anymore, because you get to a point where you just going around in circles. And I was like, no, this is the list.
Yes, I'm fully aware. And then I had this coming because I think the last bullshit list that I put you through, the last bracket was the greatest superhero portrayals.
Yes.
And again, I completely randomized. I picked the names, but I randomized the order. In round 1, I remember was Michael Rosenbaum's Lex Luthor versus RDJ's Iron Man.
I hate you for that to this very day, man. Because I'm such a fucking stan for Rosenbaum's Luthor.
Yeah. That one was rough, but great time. Well, homies, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this half as much as we did. If you enjoyed it half as much as Caleb did, then you enjoyed it as much as I did.
That's right. And let us know what you want, what you would have wanted to be on the bracket if you got anything.
Absolutely. Most of you guys, when you're angry enough or passionate enough, you let us know your thoughts anyway. But if you guys have any kind of questions, comments, gifts, threats, food, supplies, you can hit us up at superherohomies@gmail.com or any of our social media outlets. We are always active, live, and listening. But that's going to be all for now. We will see you guys again very soon. Don't be upset that you won't see us for a couple days. We'll be back.
That's right.
But until then, my name is Superhero Homie Q.
I'm Superhero Homie Caleb.